Lieutenant?
Hi, how are you? I appreciate you returning my
Hey,
call.
good morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. This Breonna Taylor situation has gotten kind of crazy. So I would assume that's why.
It is.
Gotten overwhelming.
And that's fine. We expect it, and just so you know, we're keeping our nose to the grindstone and trying to keep the noise out and just doing our due diligence to make sure that we uncover everything that we can. And so the reason I'm calling, and I was told that you had reached out to the mayor, and I don't want to interfere with any requests you're making or anything like that, but you had made you indicated...
Yeah, you're calling, and don't get me wrong, sorry to cut you off. I was hoping this wasn't why you're calling, but if you're calling because I've made the statement that we've talked to people that the police have not heard from, yes, I'll share those statements from you, but I was really actually hoping that you'd call with more than just, hey, you give me everything, but we're going to be quiet still, and we can't tell you what's going on, and we're not going to reach out to the family. So I'm going to give it to you, and I know that's why you're calling, but you guys should have called with a message for the family or something along those lines, because that's not really fair, Lieutenant, to just call and say, give us what you got. We're happy to look at it, and we're glad you're doing some of the stuff that we're not doing, but we still can't tell you what we're doing. I don't like that.
Sure. Well, and to be fair, between us, we're just talking. Everything.
Yeah, I'm not recording this or anything. I'm just listening to you.
Oh, that's fine. And listen, I understand. I understand your job and I understand what you do. Just trust. You don't know me, so you can't trust me. But I'm telling you that we are not biased in anything we do. And I don't know if you know the process about how public integrity handles things. We don't even really make the charges. We present everything to the Commonwealth Attorney on all our officer-involved shootings and let them make the decision. That way there's accountability all the way across the board. And so that being said, when it goes down the line and you have a civil case and all that kind of stuff, it's our case that's going to be supporting everything you do. I want to make that clear. And as far as statements, I know it's hard. We're purely a criminal investigative unit, and we've actually had criticism from officers. Hey, why haven't you reached out and seen how the officers are doing? Because we're impartial. Sorry. That's I connected my phone to my computer. That's a fancy thing. So now when it rings on my computer. It makes a lot of noise. I'm sorry. So as you can guess, I've been getting a lot of calls from out of the area. So so I understand that. If you could relate to her that we are not covering anything up. Everything is being investigated as fully as we can possibly do. And then when we're done, we're not making any decisions. We're not covering anything. It's going to the prosecutor's office, and they review it and make the decisions that they need to make. So that being said, we in the neighborhood, I think that's specifically where you had some. You said you had witnesses, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm going to give you a statement. That's fine. I'll give you what we've got. And
is there anybody?
It's fine.
Because we knocked on all that. We did canvases in the neighborhood. We left business cards in all the doors. Talked to a lot of people. Some people we didn't hear back from. Is it just written statements, or is there people that are willing to come in and talk to us?
Well, I don't know about all that. That's up to you all. I'm giving you the recordings, and I think I sent them out to a court reporter to be transcribed. If they came back, you guys can have transcripts too.
Sure.
But there's just things that we hope we're looking into. It's.
Well, we try.
When you got an officer that goes AWOL for a long time afterwards, there's, and I'm going to put that out there, but we know that happened, and that's a big issue, and the public's already going crazy. So I'm not going to go and tell them that one of your officers disappeared for an hour and a half after this, but that's a big deal. And I'm really hoping that you guys image these cell phones, because I sent a letter out that hopefully was passed along to you all for preservation of evidence, and we asked for these phones to be imaged. It takes a minute, and we're not going to ask for the whole image, but ultimately we're going to, we need to know some of this stuff.
Well, I can assure you, and you probably know, just because it's a frustration for you, we have access to information and interviews that you don't. Every question that you could possibly have, we have the same questions, and we look into everything. So that being said, if we did miss somebody because maybe a business card blew away, or we also contacted the management of the apartment building, if anybody knows anything, we've made our efforts to get out. If there was somebody that was afraid to talk, but maybe with your help they will talk to us. I will. If there's anybody you guys need,
if there's anybody that you guys are saying, hey, we need to talk to this person, and they just won't cooperate, I'll do what I can.
I do appreciate.
Now, do you guys have any sort of do you guys have a goal in terms of a time frame here? Because I can't ask you if you have a time frame, because I know in my world how that works. But
Right.
Do you have a goal in terms of when you're trying to at least be able to wrap this up and present it?
Sure. Yeah, as far as goal, I mean, you understand, and it's not just in the court system, in your world. Yeah, I understand what you're saying as far as putting something on a timeline. Our timeline is just getting everything done. We're on the tail end of it. We're getting the last of the reports and things like that. This is going to put it on hold, obviously, because if there's witnesses that are out there that we haven't talked to, obviously we want to talk to before we turn it over. But no, I mean we're in the final stages, and we have been for a little bit here. And like I said, I know it's frustrating, and you could probably express that to people as well too. That we're getting a lot of calls saying 2 months, it's long, way too long. You know how these violent encounter criminal investigations are. They're very meticulous. You have to wait for a lot of reports. I mean, things take time, and we don't want to rush things and make sure and do them wrong. Even if we do something that would make the family happy, you want to charge it'll stick. Everything that we do is going to be as thorough as possible, and that's why we don't put a deadline on things, and you understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's your email address? I'll send you what I got.
Oh, sure. It's my first name, which is
And then in terms of the file share, they're too big to just email as attachments. So what does the government let you actually accept? Because usually I send over things in Dropbox, but if there's a different platform or something you want me to put it in, I can do that.
That one I might have to. Let me find out, because I know there's some sort of secure file transfer. Is how I usually get stuff.
Yeah, it's how we get it from the city. So if there's some sort of if there's something to where you send a folder and you need me to drop things in that way, I can do that. Just like I said, with me, I just usually drop them into a Dropbox folder, and ultimately, I could run over a flash drive or something along those lines. But with electronic sharing and COVID and all that stuff, it seems like there should be a way I could just be able to securely transfer it. So
if you want to send me that email, are you on your computer now? I heard some type.
Yeah, I'm right here.
You want to send me a test email real quick, make sure I have it, and then let me ask around to find out how we can do that. I'm friends with the tech service guys, so I can go ask them.
Sure. So I just sent that, but it might take a minute to go through. So.
Sure. But I appreciate the help on this.
Yeah, we'll give you what we can. Obviously we don't have the resources or the experience to do what you all can do, but at the same time, it's obviously for what have become obvious reasons, it's important to us.
No, absolutely.
Very important.
And we understand sometimes, as hard as we try and canvassing neighborhoods and things like that. And okay, yep, I got the email, Sam Aguiar, and let me go find out the best way to do a file transfer from somebody outside our city network. And
yeah, and like I said, worst case scenario, I can throw it on a flash drive and I can drop it by there. But if there's another way you guys, which will make it easier that we can do, just let me know.
Okay, I appreciate it. But anyways, I thought, even we understand that sometimes people don't want to call back; they're afraid to talk to police or whatever. And so sometimes there's people hiding out there that may have seen something, which would be helpful. So I do appreciate it, sir.
Sure, and listen, I don't want to mislead you or anything like that. I don't have eyewitnesses. The people that we have are going to support that. They're going to support just basically not just what I would assume that you all talk to the next door neighbor, but talk about the fact that there's no knock, no announce, things like that.
Yeah, we've talked to the neighbors. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. And you might have talked to the neighbors that we've talked to then. At the time we talked to them, I think I sent my private investigator over there. I think it was the last week of March and the first week of April. So at least at that point they haven't had conversations. And maybe it's a moot point because maybe you've talked to them since. So,
Okay.
But let me get those together. We'll send them over as soon as you tell me how to.
Okay. I appreciate it very much, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.